So the price of lithium and all the raw materials and the battery cells went crazy. It doubled. The price of lithium, I think, went up at almost like fivefold or 500%.
Every now and then, something comes along that doesn't just promise change. It makes everything that came before it feel instantly outdated. This is not just a battery story. It's the secret Tesla has been hiding. The one that will make you question every headline about electric cars, green energy, and the so-called lithium revolution. What if I told you that the battery powering your future is not only safer, cheaper, and more powerful, but built on an element so common you've probably touched it today? The world isn't ready for what's coming, but you will be. A secret waiting to explode. For years, lithium has reigned as the invisible king of modern life. From the moment you wake up and check your phone, to the car you drive, and even the backup battery in your home, lithium has quietly powered it all. People barely notice the rise of this silvery metal, but it reshaped entire industries, opened the floodgates to electric cars, and made the idea of a battery-powered world seem possible for the first time. Behind every headline about Tesla's latest model or a new solar home, lithium has always been lurking in the background, unglamorous but essential. But while everyone else was celebrating the triumph of lithium, a storm was quietly building. Prices started to spike. Reports of battery fires flickered across the news. The dark side of the lithium boom became harder to ignore. Harrowing mining conditions in far-off countries, environmental devastation, and a supply chain so fragile that a single geopolitical hiccup could send shockwaves across the planet. For all its promise, lithium was never a perfect solution. It was a ticking clock. And in the heart of Nevada, hidden behind guarded doors and lab coats, Tesla's engineers knew it. They saw the writing on the wall and went back to basics. If lithium was the king, what could replace it? What was more abundant, safer, and simpler? The answer was so obvious it felt almost ridiculous. Aluminum. The same metal wrapping your leftovers, framing your windows, and flying above you at 30,000 feet. While the world obsessed over lithium's tiny charge, aluminum offered 3 times the power per ion and a level of stability lithium could never match. This was not evolution, it was revolution. What would happen if the old order of energy was about to collapse? And who would be ready to take its place? Tesla's hidden weapon. Most people don't spend their days dreaming about battery chemistry, but the implications of this shift go far beyond the lab. For decades, the biggest challenge in energy storage has been finding the balance between power, safety, longevity, and affordability. Lithium came close, but only just close enough. It was light, it charged quickly, and it packed a lot of punch for its size. But as engineers pushed it further, the cracks started to show. Dendrites, those tiny metallic spikes that grow like evil little needles inside lithium batteries, became the stuff of nightmares. They could pierce through battery walls, causing fires, explosions, and the kind of headlines that keep CEOs up at night. Aluminum, by contrast, doesn't play by those rules. Each aluminum ion brings 3 positive charges instead of 1. In practice, that means you get 3 times the energy flow with every single ion. It's like switching from a bicycle to a rocket ship without adding complexity or exotic new materials. But the real kicker is safety. While lithium batteries need constant monitoring, careful cooling, and expensive safety systems, aluminum-ion batteries are stable from 40 to 85 degrees Celsius, shrugging off the kind of heat that would turn a lithium cell into a fireball. The risk of runaway fires vanishes. The need for delicate, failure-prone cooling systems evaporates. Suddenly, you have a battery that isn't just powerful, but also indestructible under normal use. Then comes the question of supply. Lithium is rare, found mostly in a handful of countries. Aluminum is the most abundant metal in Earth's crust, available everywhere, easy to recycle and cheaper to refine. Add to that the absence of cobalt, one of the dirtiest secrets of the battery industry, and you're looking at a chemistry that's not just smarter, but ethically cleaner and geopolitically safer. With this new battery, Tesla is quietly tearing up the old playbook and writing a new one on their own terms. If energy is truly everywhere and safety is built into the core, what does that mean for the cars, devices, and homes of tomorrow? And what new rules are we about to live by, beyond lithium, the aluminum advantage? As the first data began to leak out of Tesla's secretive labs, jaws dropped across the industry. It wasn't just that aluminum-ion batteries matched lithium, they crushed it. Start with energy density. Where a high-end lithium battery can squeeze out about 250 watt-hours per kilogram, Tesla's new aluminum-ion prototypes blew past 5,000. Suddenly, the range of an electric car, long the Achilles heel of EV adoption, was no longer a concern. A future Model 2 could theoretically travel more than 3,000 miles on a single charge, making cross-country road trips as easy as a day at the beach. Lifespan became a non-issue. The best lithium batteries give you about 2,000 charge cycles before fading away. Aluminum-ion batteries try over 50,000 cycles. That's more than 70 years of daily use, an entire lifetime for the car, and then some. And it's not just longevity. Aluminum electrodes literally heal themselves. Tiny cracks that kill lithium batteries are automatically repaired in aluminum cells, thanks to a self-healing electrode system that feels more like science fiction than chemistry. The charging game is even more astonishing. Lithium batteries need almost an hour to hit 80%. Aluminum-ion batteries hit full power in 10 minutes, cool and ready to go. Forget the long waits at charging stations or the dread of running low during a road trip. With aluminum-ion, your car is ready in the time it takes to grab a coffee. And safety, that eternal anxiety, simply disappears. No fires, no explosions, no toxic chemicals. Aluminum batteries are as safe as the soda cans in your fridge. The revolution isn't incremental, it's absolute. Aluminum-ion doesn't just improve on lithium, it erases every weakness, then adds new abilities that would have sounded like fantasy just a few years ago. If a car battery can last longer than you do, what does that mean for everything else you own? How will the world change when energy is no longer the weakest link? Batteries that break the rules of reality. The deeper engineers pushed into aluminum-ion technology, the more science fiction turned into science fact. One breakthrough after another shattered what the world thought batteries could do. Take the self-healing electrode system. Micro cracks. Those insidious little flaws that creep into every lithium cell and doom them to early death simply vanish in aluminum. Research shows that these repairs don't just restore the battery, they sometimes make it better than new, creating more efficient ion pathways and actually boosting performance over time. Then there's the staggering storage potential. Imagine a single aluminum-ion cell that can hold 2,000 kilowatt-hours, enough to power not just your car, but multiple homes, entire job sites, or even remote villages. This isn't just a battery, it's a mobile power plant. Tesla's survival mode system takes this even further, automatically distributing energy in blackouts or emergencies and keeping the lights on for weeks. The battery isn't just a component, it's an intelligent backbone, ready to adapt and serve wherever it's needed most. Perhaps the most jaw-dropping feature is deep sleep mode. Lithium batteries degrade every day they sit unused, but aluminum-ion enters a crystalline stasis. After a decade on the shelf, it loses almost none of its original capacity. Wake it up, and it's fully ready in 30 seconds. This alone opens new worlds. Disaster relief, military supply, emergency power in places where replacement parts could take years. The battery you install today will still be ready to serve you in 20, 30, or 70 years. No babysitting, no maintenance, no strings attached. So what happens when energy is no longer fragile, expensive, or temporary? What industries will be born, and which old empires will collapse? The end of exclusivity. For years, the biggest knock against electric vehicles wasn't just the sticker price, it was the battery hiding inside. Lithium packs were costly to make and even more expensive to replace. For many, owning an EV felt like renting an expensive secret, never sure if a 5-figure repair bill was waiting around the corner. But aluminum-ion batteries are changing that equation forever. Aluminum is the third most common element on Earth. This means supply is reliable, prices are stable, and every country already has the infrastructure to refine and recycle it. The cost of a 50-kilowatt battery pack, once $7,000 or more, can now drop to as low as $2,000 or $3,000. That's an instant 20% reduction in the price of an EV, slashing the biggest barrier for new buyers. And it doesn't stop at the checkout. Aluminum-ion batteries are 95% recyclable, retaining nearly all their efficiency after being rebuilt multiple times. That means less waste, lower long-term costs, and a product that keeps on giving. Tesla's next move is clear. The long-rumored Model 2, set to launch at a price point once considered fantasy, is built for mass-market domination. With over 400 miles of range, a full recharge in less than 15 minutes, and a battery pack that might outlive its driver, Tesla is poised to do what every EV maker has promised, and none have delivered: true affordability and performance in the same package. If every car can last a lifetime, how long before the used car market, the parts industry, and even the mechanics down the street are forced to change or disappear? Who stands to win, and who's most at risk when the cost of ownership falls and the value of replacement parts vanishes? The year everything flips. In 2022, Elon Musk dropped a warning. Next year, things will go ballistic. Few took him literally, but as 2025 unfolds, his words look prophetic. Tesla's silent revolution, built in secrecy and patience, is ready for the world stage. For 7 years, the company has toiled in the Nevada desert, chasing the dream of an energy breakthrough. Now, as insiders hint at a coming Battery Day reveal, the world waits for what might be the loudest quiet moment in the history of technology. Outside Tesla's walls, chaos reigns. Lithium supply chains are buckling. Prices swing so wildly that some automakers delay launches or cancel new models entirely. Governments struggle to regulate and secure what little lithium they can. Consumers, tired of EVs that cost more than they save or come with warnings about fire risk, start to look elsewhere. Just as panic threatens to set in, aluminum-ion arrives, not as a slow improvement, but as a reset. The first battery that makes sense for everyone, everywhere, with none of the compromises that have kept electric dreams in the realm of the privileged few. Insiders whisper that mass production is just months away, that Tesla's 2025 Battery Day will be remembered as the day everything turned. If so, 2026 will mark the moment EVs truly become mainstream, not because of tax credits or viral marketing, but because they are finally, unquestionably, the best tool for the job. What do you call it when the world's most vital technology flips overnight? Is this the death of an industry or the rebirth of energy itself? A world rewired. But the revolution doesn't stop with cars. The collapse of lithium is only the first domino in a chain reaction that will touch every corner of modern life. Imagine rural villages running off single battery packs for years, unconnected to a grid but thriving anyway. Disaster zones, once dark and desperate, lighting up within hours of arrival thanks to batteries that can be shipped, stored and deployed anywhere without fear of decay or fire. Factories, office buildings, even entire city blocks running off localized, indestructible power sources. Old limitations fall away. The dream of an off-grid home becomes reality for millions, not just the wealthy or the wild-eyed. Solar and wind power, long hamstrung by storage limitations, suddenly become viable for baseload power, leveling out peaks and valleys and making fossil fuel backup unnecessary. Even the world's aging electrical grids, creaking under new demand, find new life as communities build their own microgrids powered by aluminum ions, near limitless storage, and cycle life. The broader impact is staggering. Aluminum ion batteries remove the biggest source of waste and pollution from the EV supply chain. With a 70-year lifespan and easy recycling, the environmental footprint shrinks to a fraction of what came before. Geopolitical conflicts over lithium, cobalt, and nickel lose their teeth. The world becomes less dependent on a handful of nations and more resilient in the face of supply shocks, trade wars, or sudden embargoes. What happens when energy is as common and safe as tap water? What new businesses, technologies, and ways of life will emerge when the weakest link in the modern world is suddenly its strongest? The slow collapse of the lithium empire. Not everyone is celebrating. For the companies that built their fortunes on lithium, the future is looking grim. Billions invested in mining, refining, and transport infrastructure may become obsolete overnight. The great lithium rush of the early 21st century could end with abandoned mines, shuttered plants, and stock charts plunging into red. Analysts begin to whisper about stranded assets, vanishing profits, and lawsuits as automakers pivot to aluminum ion. Other automakers scramble to keep up. Some try to tweak their lithium packs for marginal gains, but it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Once consumers taste the difference, faster charging, no fire risk, batteries that last for generations, they will never look back. The industry, slow and conservative by nature, suddenly finds itself forced to move at internet speed. Those who can adapt might survive. The rest will be swept aside. Yet, for all the chaos, there is a sense of inevitability. The world has seen this movie before. Film gave way to digital. Landlines vanished in the wake of smartphones. And now, lithium, which reigned so briefly, is about to be overthrown by a better, safer, cheaper successor. The survivors will be those who see the writing on the wall, who pivot fast, and who are willing to build a new empire on aluminum's rock-solid foundation. Are you ready for a world where today's giants become tomorrow's relics? Who will be the next to fall as the chain reaction races on? The human side of a technology revolution. It's easy to get lost in the numbers, the chemistry, and the corporate drama. But the real power of Tesla's aluminum-ion battery is in what it means for everyday people. It means parents never have to worry about a car catching fire in the garage. It means students in remote towns can study by electric light, powered by a battery that doesn't need constant tending or replacement. It means entrepreneurs can start businesses wherever there's sun or wind, free from the tyranny of the grid. It's about more than just gadgets or cars. It's peace of mind. Suddenly, families in rural areas can refrigerate medicine without worrying about outages. Emergency shelters can keep life-saving equipment running, no matter how long the storm outside rages. Travelers can cross continents without fearing that a dead battery will leave them stranded, while small farms in isolated places can automate irrigation and harvests, all powered by something that simply works and keeps working. And it means a whole generation will grow up never knowing the frustration of a dying phone, a slow charge, or a surprise bill for a replacement battery. In this new world, energy is as reliable as sunrise, as safe as air, and as affordable as water from the tap. People will build new lives, new hopes, and new dreams on a foundation of endless, dependable power. If you could count on your energy working for the next 70 years, what would you build? What would you risk, knowing the lights will always come on? The future and the race that's only just begun. This isn't the slow march of progress. It's a race that has already started, and most of the world is still waking up to the starting gun. Tesla, with its head start and secretive research, may be the first to bring aluminum ion to market, but rivals are already scrambling to catch up. The infrastructure is in place. The science is ready. The supply chains are proven. This revolution is built to move fast, much faster than the glacial pace of the lithium years. As aluminum-ion batteries roll out across the world, a new set of questions emerges. What will governments do with obsolete lithium stockpiles? How will nations protect their own aluminum resources? Who will lead the next wave of invention, and what new surprises will emerge as scientists push even further? For now, one truth is unavoidable. The end of lithium is not coming. It has already arrived. The silent revolution has begun, and the world will never be the same. So ask yourself, are you clinging to the past, or are you stepping into the future? The choice is yours, and the battery that powers that future is finally here. The battery that ends lithium forever is not just a story of chemistry. It's a revolution in how we live, work, and dream. If you made it to the end, let us know what wild new inventions or ideas you would build with unlimited safe energy. The comments section is open. Drop your future. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden revolutions changing your world. The next chapter of energy starts today. Will you be part of it?